here from Aria Music Studios in Kennesaw, Georgia. The song that I just played for you is called The Edge of Glory, and it's sung by Lady Gaga, as I'm sure many of you are familiar with since she did the halftime show at the Super Bowl this past weekend. So today we're going to be playing the G and the E strings, the only two strings that we haven't learned, and we'll also be incorporating some of the rhythms that we learned from last week's video into the lesson. So here it is, enjoy. All right, so the first note that I'm going to teach you is the G string. The G string is the thickest string on the violin. It's also the string that's lowest in pitch. And if I hold up the violin this way, it's on this side. All right, what I'm going to do is turn my metronome on 72 beats per minute. And as I want you to do it a little bit slower when you start out, I'm going to do half notes, which are, if you remember, the notes that we learned last week that are 2 counts each. All right, so here's the metronome on 72. Okay, and I'll count off 4, and I'm going to do 4 half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that is 4 half notes, and the reason that I'm doing half notes and not quarter notes is that I really want you to practice a nice long bow stroke that's straight, that's parallel with the bridge, and just making sure that you don't hit any of the other strings. That's where you're going to get the best sound. All right, moving on to the E string. The E string is on the opposite side of the violin from the G string. It's the highest and the skinniest string, all the way up here. Okay, let's do the same thing with the E string that we did with the G string, 72 beats per minute and 4 half notes. All right, I'm going to count off 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now that we've learned all the strings, I'd like to teach you a little song that I made up that just has all 4 of the strings in it. It's really simple. We're going to start with the G string. We'll play 4 half notes on the G string, then we'll play 4 half notes on the D string, 4 half notes on the A string, 4 half notes on the E string, and then we'll come back down. 4 A's, 4 D's, and 4 G's. All right? Feel free to follow along with me. I have my metronome set to 72 again. All right, and I'll count off 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I was playing, the level of my arm was changing. When I'm on the E string, my arm, you can see, is down like this, but I am making a square with my elbow, wrist, violin, and shoulder. It's kind of a perfect square. You don't want it to be lopsided. You don't want to hold your arm too far down. You want to hold it up where it's flat, and then when you switch strings, you're going to take your whole arm up with you, like that. So the G string is going to be the one where your arm is the highest. You don't want to put it too high. However, you don't want your shoulder to be scrunched up while you're playing, because that could definitely cause some discomfort. So this week, I'd like for you to practice just what we did today, long, steady notes on all 4 strings, just getting used to doing the bow stroke nice and straight, keeping it parallel with the bridge and right in the middle. You don't want the bow to go on the fingerboard, the black part, or the bridge. You want it to stay kind of right in the middle. Everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on this video. Also, if you like these weekly videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can receive weekly updates. If you have any questions about starting violin, piano, viola lessons, or voice lessons, you can call my studio at 678-926-4602. You can also book lessons on my website, www.ariamusicstudios.com. Thanks everyone and have a great week.